All right, welcome to the ghost tour of the College Avenue campus building at the U of R. This is a non-sanctioned event, therefore the U of R has nothing to do with this tour. So that's the number one thing, that's the number one takeaway from here. This tour is just me, and big thank you to Jeff over here for being the gatekeeper. He's going to get us into some special places. If you have stories to share, great. If any of you have stories to share, grab the mic and go ahead. All right, so the purpose of this tour is not to convince you of the existence of ghosts, whether they exist or not. Remember the old Twilight Zone episodes with Ron Serling? Am I dating myself here? You know. What were the first 4 words that Ron Serling said every episode? Submitted for your approval. So every story that I tell here is going to be submitted for your approval. You can take it and you can believe it or not believe it, but all the testimonials that I do tell you are all true testimonials. Now whether what happened is accurate, these are what the people have testified to. So the testimonies are real. All right, so the very first place where we start the ghost tour is actually not really a ghostly place. This is the old lecture theater in the U of R. This building is over 100 years old, by the way. I think it was built, what, in 1912? About 1912. The year of the sinking of the Titanic. So there you go for that. As you can see, this classroom has been condemned because there's asbestos falling from the roof and everything like that. That used to be a sunlight or a skylight up there, so sunlight used to get in. It does not anymore. Out the back, there is a little balcony out there. It's almost like a dictatorial balcony. You know, the old dictators that go on. The Juliet balcony. Okay, see, this is why I have Jeff along. It's called the Juliet balcony. And you can see one of the things that I noticed about this classroom is that you can see how narrow some of the passageways are to go and sit down. There was no such thing as safety protocols back in around the turn of last century. One of the claims to fame of this classroom was that it was the set for some films. You can see on this side over here that this wall is kind of pockmarked and crappy and all that kind of stuff, whereas this side has been redone. And if you were to see any movies that were filmed in here, they're all shot going that way. Not that way, that way. I think, I can't confirm these because I haven't checked as of tour time. I think sections of the Tommy Douglas story, a CBC production, was shot in here. One of the interesting things underneath the stands here was actually a living quarters. You can actually go through the office over this way, and this used to be somebody used to live underneath the stands here. So yeah, this is the old lecture theater. I don't have any ghost stories in here. Jeff, do you have a ghost story in this?
Pretty much right in behind where I'm sitting now, there was like a little silhouette of a boy, you know, like old 50s, 60s style clothing with like the tweed jacket and the the shorts and the socks that go up. And I saw a picture of it, and it's very faint, but you can see it. A little silhouette of a boy, probably 8, 10 years old. So to sort of piggyback on Darcy's story here, obviously you know a lot about the history here, which is cool. Yeah, so they did say that this area there was a little bit of activity, paranormal activity in this room.
All right, cool. There you go. All right, so we'll exit out of this room.